Hello Taurus, my name is Victoria Martin, and this is going to count for Taurus Sun sign or Taurus Ascending sign. In fact, you should really look at both videos in my opinion. So we're going to take a look at February 2016 and see what's up for you. Interesting month. The first half of February emphasizes your 10th house of your life's purpose, ambitions, and goals. The mood for everyone this month is both manic and dreamy. Interesting. Then the second half is going to emphasize benefactors, patrons, and friends, clubs, groups, associations. And my advice to everyone for the second half of February, in your case with 11th house matters, pay attention to subtle clues, train your ESPs, avoid toxins, and shun illusions. Sounds easy. Okay, here's our highlights. We're just going to really be looking at 3 different things in February. The new moon, February 6th through 10th, is the waking up process and starting new projects. The full moon is always a revelation, and that's dreamy but manic. And then things get really dreamy February 25th through March 2nd, the Sun conjunct Neptune, when we have interesting stories. Okay, well, this is the year of the fire monkey, so in addition to a new moon, we're also starting a Chinese New Year. I don't know that much about Chinese astrology, so I consulted my colleague Puyin, who is a very well versed in feng shui and all Chinese things of mysticism, and she's predicting a kind of a jumpy ride. And think of that fire monkey, this like kind of, monkeys are very active creatures. So she's advising large crowds could cause nervous overload, so advising to focus on building strong bonds, boost your immune system, retreat into tranquility and beauty of natural settings. Also, curb needless social activity. Avoid rushing, avoid technical pollutions, and avoid disturbances. Check out her website, punyin.com, and you'll find a lot of interesting things. So, just back to our regular astrology new moon, new moons are always open and receptive, prophetic, hopeful, and moving forward. Now the interesting thing here, I've created a star map for you where you can see the exact position of the sun and moon. This is an astronomy program. So sun and moon are located in this kind of interesting overlap. Here's the sea goat, and this is the tail of the sea goat and the shoulder of Aquarius. So even though it's in tropical Aquarius, it's actually the very beginning of constellational Aquarius. Don't worry too much about that. The thing to focus is on your 10th house, emphasizing life's life's purpose, ambitions, goals, reputation, triumph over obstacles, which is really a great thing to do. So I'm just going to pick out a few things and the qualities of the tail of the sea goat that I think will fit for your career. And I think to some degree, any kind of ignorance requiring judgment is very much fitting with the idea of life's purpose. And I think also to use catalysts to keep things going. I mean, the idea is progress, make things happen. Then Sa'ad al-Sud, that's the shoulder of Aquarius, the idea of making things flow. So, successful people, they're always in that flow. They're always making things happen. And the idea, since the Sa'ad al-Sud, the luckiest of lucky, is also called the star of mighty destiny. I think really knowing what it is that you do best and going for that is always a great thing with this type of new moon. Now the full moon that will result February 20th through 24th, this is going to be in your 5th house, emphasizing special talents, children if you have any, and probability estimates. And full moons are always revelations. And in this case, I just want to go back here, it's fairly close to Jupiter, so that's bringing along a little extra luck, which is kind of cool, or extra flow. So at the time of the full moon in your 5th house, the sun has now moved into your 11th house, emphasizing benefactors, patrons, and friends, clubs, and groups. So maybe to maximize your luck, you want to be active in groups. So here's, again, let's just look at the star map for the full moon and see what's neat about the astronomy programs is they actually show you the Earth's shadow and the moon lining up with the Earth's shadow. Of course, it can either be an eclipse or it can be showing you where the full moon is falling exactly. So I have an exact placement here of the full moon, and it's kind of near the heart of the lion, which is here, and the back of the lion, which is up here. And then we're also going to see a very small but important constellation called Sextans, the compass, is figuring into this full moon. So let's take a look at some of the qualities of these stars from star lore. And in this case, what would help you dealing with your talent, your children? Well, working on the hearts of others, if you know how to get to that, and also being noble, courageous, and frank. I think these are very strong talents, and these would work. And also in terms of sextans, guiding souls in turbulent times. Maybe you're guiding your own soul by some type of emphasis on talent or creative activity. And in terms of the star on the back of the lion, Zosma, certainly performance, manifesting, making things happen, using your talent in every possible way makes a lot of sense. And being observant, using the primal forces that, your instincts, those all work very nicely. So to sum up this full moon then, we have the full moon emphasizing talent and children and luck, and then Sun conjunct Neptune in your 11th house, so there's a lot of glamour and sensitivity involved with groups that, you want to be kind of balancing this because the full moon is always in opposition, and this is the most mystical and potentially confusing time of year. So empathy and compassion work wonders, but beware the fakers out there, especially Neptune in your 11th house, and just people who are, glamorous but maybe a little confused, but they could be brilliant, it's kind of like half of one, half of the other. So watch out for that. Neptune in the 12th house. So just to recap the month, the new moon is waking up, the full moon is dreamy and manic, and Sun conjunct Neptune at the end, and that goes February 25th through March 2nd. Interesting stories. You're going to have a lot of interesting stories. Now, just okay, so that Sun conjunct Neptune is going on at least till March 2nd, and then here we've got the solar eclipse March 8th, which will start to affect probably right after Sun conjunct Neptune. So, you don't have a whole lot of time to rest. So it's like going right into March. And typically on a solar eclipse, we're going to see for everybody global opinion shifts, especially in topics of religion, patronage, and healing. And for this, all of your friends and your benefactors, patrons, shifting around, all these changes, it's like musical chairs. So you just, giving you a heads up on that. And then the second half, we have a lunar eclipse. At this point, the sun has now moved into your 12th house. So it's dealing with spirituality, piety, dreams, neutralizing the nemesis or the shadow. So be ready for anything. Keep the faith. Use science and troubleshooting. That could help you, but you may need more sleep too. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Have a very, very excellent month. And my name is Victoria Martin.
Bu akşam seminerimizi canlı olarak mobil uygulamamız üzerinden yapıyoruz.